Hello everyone, I'm Jess with the Lompoc Public Library, and today we will be doing a craft as part of our Reading Colors Your World. Today you will need to find an orange or a lemon, grapefruit, lime, a fruit that is circular and has a nice tough outer skin. You also need to find a knife, a pencil, and or some scissors. If you'd picked up our craft kit, you will have some twine already pre-cut for you. Otherwise, you can find yarn, string, twine, some sort of a thing to tie with. All right, but since I did not get mine directly from the craft set, I'm gonna have to cut mine out. You'll want at least 4 that are about a foot long for this craft, because today we are going to be making a bird feeder out of an orange. This is a great biodegradable and environmentally friendly craft that you can do, and it's a way to upcycle something you might have used, such as eating an orange. Now the first thing you want to do with your orange, again, you can also use a lemon, lime, or grapefruit, is make sure you've taken all stickers off. All right, then you're going to make sure it's about sideways. You can tell because usually at the bottom and the top there might be some sort of indent or button or something. So you'll want those sticking out, and you'll want it right here because we're going to try to cut the orange in half. So we're only going to need half of the orange. You can use a butter knife or any sort of household knife. It does not need to be very sharp for you to do that. Oh, and if you're following along, do have a piece of paper, newspaper, napkin, or paper towel, because you'll make a mess when you're cutting it open. Now that you have half of it, you can put half to the side, and we're going to take one half, and we're actually going to use the knife again to cut out all of the orange. We will be using the orange later, but you can definitely eat some if you're feeling hungry, or use the other half to munch on. We'll be cutting out the bits and pieces from inside the orange because we need the shell or the skin to make the structure of the bird feeder. And this is a nice and juicy orange because it is definitely making a mess everywhere. You don't want to peel it out because we want to keep that nice round shape that we have inside, which is why we're using the knife to cut out all the bits, or at least most of the bits that are inside. And this is quite messy, so also along with having a napkin or newspaper or something down, you might not want to wear your nicest shirt when we do this. Okay, when you've had most of it pretty much out, there we go. So as you can see, I took about most of it out, not all of it. You don't have to take all of it. We are then going to either use scissors or a pencil, and we're going to try to knob a hole in. As you can see, I poked a hole there. I'm going to poke 4 holes, 1 in each direction. All right. So, I don't know if you can see, I managed to put a hole in 4 directions of the orange. And now we're going to take our string, yarn, or twine, and we're going to put it through the hole. This one needs to be a little bigger. Be sure to adjust the holes. Make sure they are the right size to make sure your string goes through. And then we're going to put it through. I'm going to bring it up, and then once it's up here, we're going to tie it together. Now, once you've tied them all together, you'll have 4 of these twine, string things, and that's going to be how you hold up the bird feeder when you've placed it. This is definitely a hanging bird feeder. You'll need a tree to put it on, or a bush, or maybe it's just something that's up high that you can tie it to. So now I have 2 down. There we go. Now we're going to do our next one. You can do any knot that you like, or one of the new knots that you might learn. I'm just going to do a simple box knot on mine, but you can even do the type of knot you use when you tie your shoes. And then you will have your bird feeder. Really, you'd hang this anywhere that you'd hang a normal bird feeder. Be careful though if you do a slip knot, because those do tend to slide down the string, and it might make the bird feeder slip and not be precise. We want to make sure it's relatively equal. That way when it hangs, because you'll use all 4, you'll bring them together, and you will then, like so, hang them from a high place, and then the birds will come, land on the orange, and be able to eat what's inside. You can use bird seed, but for now, because birds do like oranges, we're going to put all of the little bits back into the orange, and then they can eat the bits from the orange. And this will, being bright orange, should attract lots of fun birds. So then just hang it up, and you now have your very own bird feeder. And when it's ready, the orange will rot and fall off, and then you can just throw it away and get a new one for the birds. And that is one way that reading, crafting, and having fun at the library can color your world. Be sure to log your reading and on Beanstack, and participate in more craft programs, and just come and visit the library. All right. See you later. Bye.